I have just moved to a house
in Bridge Street.
in Bridge Street.
Yesterday, a beggar knocked at my door.
A beggar knocked at my door.
He asked me for a meal.
He asked me for a meal.
And a glass of beer.
And a glass of beer.
In return for this, the beggar stood on his head and sang songs. I gave him a meal. He ate the food and drank the beer.
He ate the food and drank the beer.
Then he put a piece of cheese in his pocket and went away. Later, a neighbor told me about him. Everybody knows him. His name is Percy Buttons. He calls at every house in the street once a month. And always asks for a meal. And a glass of beer.